Okay, so we have covered how to set up your accounts with the bonus bookmakers. Next, we will cover how to set up your accounts with cover bookmakers. In general, we recommend using a betting brokerage as your cover bookmaker. There are two main ones, Sport Market and Bet in Asia, and we will have a look at them next. First, let's explain what we mean by the term cover bookmaker. The cover bookmakers are what we call the bookmakers where we place our cover bets. These bookmakers typically offer higher odds than the bonus bookmakers, which makes them ideal to place the cover bets and completing our match bets with. We support a total of 6 cover bookmakers and betting exchanges. These are Pinnacle, SBO, Betfair Exchange, Matchbook Exchange, and IBC/DAFABet. We have the odds from DAFABet, but the odds is the same as in IBC, so you can use both. In general, we recommend using a betting brokerage over a bookmaker or a betting exchange. And the reason is that a brokerage enables you to bet at multiple bookmakers with just one account. Sport Market enables you to bet at 10 bookies and exchanges with just one account, which is really great because it enables you to always get the best odds that you can possibly get in the market. And this increases the likelihood that you will place profitable match bets and not just break even or small loss match bets. Sport Market are based on Isle of Man. They're owned by a couple of Swedes and they've been around for a very long time. So this is the betting brokerage that I have used myself. A second option, if you want to do something else, because it also varies a bit which countries they accept customers for, is Bet in Asia. Both of these brokerages have pretty much the same offering because they are built on the same underlying tech platform. So it doesn't matter too much, you get pretty much the same thing, so which you choose is up to you. As I mentioned, personally, I've only used Sport Market so far, but I'm likely to set up an account with Bet in Asia too, just so that I can make some tutorials on how to do it. Now, if you own by default, the cover bookmaker inside of the Oddshero software is set to Sport Market, and you can also find a link to Sport Market on the dashboard inside of Oddshero. To be 100% transparent, we are affiliated with both Sport Market and Bet in Asia. Both of them are 100% free to use for you, so you don't lose anything. But we make a little bit of money, which enables us to keep our prices low, which is good for you too. If you want to use a different bookmaker or a betting exchange, that is also totally possible with the Oddshero software. You just go into the settings of the set bonus page, and then you're able to change which bookmaker is being used as your cover bookmaker. It should also be mentioned that Sport Market and Bet in Asia are not possible to use for UK customers. So if you are based in the UK, you would have to use either Betfair Exchange or Matchbook as your cover bookmaker with Oddshero. Another important thing to note is that Sport Market have a minimum deposit of 250 euros, while Bet in Asia has a minimum deposit of 100 euros. So this puts a minimum requirement of the amount of capital you need to put in if you want to use a betting brokerage. If you want to get started with match betting using even less money, then you would have to use a betting exchange or one of the other sharp bookmakers as your cover bookmaker. Of Betfair and Matchbook, Matchbook has the lowest commissions, so in general that's the one I would go with, but it's totally up to you to choose for yourself, and you can also have a look at the commissions they both offer. We have an article on both the Betfair commission and the Matchbook commission on our blog, so make sure to check out those if you want to read more. I will link to both of them in the show notes below this video. Okay, so part 1 was explaining how match betting works. Part 2 was how to set up your bookmaker accounts. Part 3 is adding your bonus to the Oddshero software. Inside of Oddshero, there is a set bonus page, which you can see here on the screen. And once you've clicked on that, you can see an overview of the active bonuses you have and the expired bonuses you have, and you can also add new bonuses here. Once you click on that, Then you get this up, and here you simply fill in the different inputs, the name of the bookmaker, the bonus name, for example, €100 sign-up bonus, the duration for which the bonus is valid, the amount you deposit, the bonus amount, and the turnover requirement. The minimum odds, and if there is a maximum odds, you can put that in too, but usually there isn't. Bet365 is included in the free version of Oddshero, so you can clear their sign-up bonus 100% free without having to pay us anything and make your first €100 profit and then reinvest that into using Oddshero further, which we think is a pretty good deal, so check that out. To sum up the 3 things you have learned from watching this, it is setting up your account with the cover bookmaker, and it is adding the bonus which you got at the bookie inside of the Oddshero software. So now we are ready to start match betting and crushing some bookies. So that's going to be fun. If you do all of this and clear the sign-up bonus with Bet365, you will have made €100 profits. So if you have done so already, then congratulations. If not, then get started with Oddshero today. Few final words is that the bookies beat the punters, but match bettors beat the bookies. You can become a match better. Anyone can do it. You don't need to know anything about sports because we tell you which match bets to place. You just go ahead and do it. And we have the guides and tutorials to teach you everything that you need to know. So check out Oddshero. You can find it at www.oddshero.io.